Hey guys, it's Matt here, and I'm doing another unboxing video for you guys today. Today I am unboxing Super Mario World for the Super Famicom. Now, what's interesting here is that it's on this box. This is obviously the Japanese version, Super Famicom. It says Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. 4. Now, Super Mario Bros. 4, I've never heard that name when referred to Super Mario World. I assume that's the name for the Japanese version. If anyone knows it differently, please correct me. I've only played Super Mario World. I have a funny story about that. I mentioned when we did Those Guys Play Season 3 that actually was playing Super Mario World with Joey, another Let's Player on the show, and I mentioned that I said, hey, back in the day, back when I was, I was in the single digits, my mom used to bring me to this local nail salon, and they actually had a Super Nintendo. So before I even had Super Nintendo, they had one in this nail salon, and they had Super Mario World there, so I never owned it, but I played it a lot over there when I was a kid, so I don't know much about it other than what I've played on the show and played there. So if it is known as Super Mario Bros. 4 in the US, then I apologize, everybody, but I've never actually heard that name for it here, and never seen that name for it here when I was doing a lot of editing, pictures and stuff like that, and Googling it. So yeah, now let's open this baby up because I want to see what's inside. Alright, so I want to tell you guys, never mind. It can be hard to open up, but apparently it wasn't this time, which is cool, I guess. Now, the one thing you have to make sure of is the plastic is going to scrape against the back of the cardboard, and I got to be honest with you, that really grates my ears, and it's also just hard to listen to because you don't want the cardboard getting ruined. So I would suggest opening it upside down like this, even though, yes, you might worry about the game falling out, but at the same time, this does not scrape across the back of the cardboard in here, which it's very hard on the ears, and also you just worry about the cardboard in the end, really. Alright, so let's flip it over, and here it is. Now, I have to be honest, usually I clamor for Japanese box art on things, more so than US box art, but for some reason here, as much as I love little King Koopa, Bowser back there, and of course, showcasing Luigi, I do like the way the US art is a bit more, minimalistic, and just kind of focuses on these two. So yeah, so let's pull this baby out, and let's see what we're working with here. Alright, so let's turn this around, and you can see that it says, the Super Famicom cassette, which is funny because I sent a picture of this to Joey, actually, as I mentioned earlier. We do Let's Plays together, and he thought this was like a VHS tape or something, because he was like, what is that? Because obviously in the US, if all of you, know, the games are usually printed like this, so seeing this, it really does look like a videotape. And it's funny because I actually heard that some retro game collectors, they would talk about buying stuff at a Goodwill, and they would find some Super Famicom and even Famicom games in the VHS section because the person working there didn't really know about, retro games and stuff like that. So remember, if you're ever in a Goodwill or some kind of thrift store, look at the VHS section because you might actually find some old games in there. So sadly with this game, I didn't really get that many inserts, any of the little, cute little stuff that says, hey, don't sit too close to the TV, and other, random fun little promotional stuff. But I did get this. Now this is like, might look like a normal manual to some of you guys, but it actually turns into a map of the entire Mushroom Kingdom. If I can actually open it with one hand, which I don't think I can. Note to everyone, be very careful with something like this because I put the camera down and I opened up with two hands, and somewhere along this, probably somewhere on the other side, there's a little tiny, and I mean a little tiny rip now. So I actually had to put the camera down again because I cried for about a good 20 minutes. Thankfully, it isn't the worst thing, and honestly, this looks so cool that I think I'm not as sad as I was 20 minutes ago, not just because I got the good cry out, but also because this thing is so cool. Looking at this, oh hey, we got a little promotional thing here, although it looks like it's promoting itself because it says Super Mario World 4. I assume maybe these were variants, but yeah, so I think this is pretty cool. I mean, I assume you guys would too, although I can imagine many kids in Japan, I'm sure, in America too, if anyone's able to get this, may have put this up as a poster, not realizing that this is giving you very helpful hints that I obviously can't read, but I imagine would be very helpful during gameplay at a time where the internet did not exist. Now, let's look at this a little bit closer, and hey, look, now more traditional instruction manual goodness. And here's where things get very interesting because they literally illustrated every single thing Mario can do in this game, which to me is just very intense. I mean, I know that not every Japanese manual is like this. Not every US manual is or isn't like this either. But just, my God, the intensity in telling me every little thing that Mario can do in a huge, and I mean huge map that I'm being very, very, very careful with because I do not want to rip any part of it again. This is a thing of beauty, and I am in love with it. Well, guys, that about wraps things up, and I just want to thank you all for being a part of this unboxing video. Alright, so thank you all so much. Hope you had fun. A little short video here, but not too much in the actual box itself. Other than this amazing, believe me, it's amazing, but there's not much I can do. I can't read it. So there's not much I can tell you other than it looks really cool. So thank you all so much. Love you guys. Take care, and I hope you had fun. So, see ya.